Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
We'll begin this week in Bridgeville for a return of the turkey sandwich turkey hunt.
Lauren and I share our adventures in turkey hunting as we cross the peninsula.
Scorchy Talls will show us the efforts that went into reviving Delaware's turkey population.
And we'll see just how well a youth hunt goes at Eastern Neck National Wildlife Refuge.
The Outdoors Delmarva Memorial Day Turkey Special starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch. And Jason, did you get fitted yet?
Fitted for what?
For your turkey suit.
What are you talking about?
You said that if you didn't get a turkey this year, that you would dress up as one yourself.
Oh, I was really kind of hoping that you'd forgotten about that.
No, I don't forget anything. It's time to get you fitted for your feathers.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
One of my favorite segments that I've helped put together since being with Outdoors Delmarva was last spring when we actually captured my husband's grandfather harvesting a turkey on film.
It was certainly a very special episode and one that has gotten a lot of great reception.
Yeah, and we decided this year to take Papa back to Bridgeville to see if we could get another turkey on film, and we packed the turkey sandwiches.
We left early this morning. I left from my house, I guess about even before 5. And we come up here to a place where I went last year, and we're harvesting turkey. Had a wonderful time, and Lauren, she is tops. She is well representative of Outdoors Delmarva. So I really had a good time. We didn't harvest anything, but she's got something I'm sure she's going to be showing. She's got some geese fighting. There was 2 pairs come in and pitched close to a decoy and stayed there a while, and others in the pond heard them, and they come flying in, and they fought for quite a few minutes, and she's got it on film, so everybody will be enjoying it. I enjoyed the hunt, and it was almost icing on the cake. Her husband, Jordan, he always does a good job. And so I'd like to thank you, Lauren, for a beautiful hunt. First off, you're outdoors. You're not in a house penned up. And then you've got 2 nice people that you're with. And you're sitting in the blind, and you're just, matter of fact, I believe we had some turkey sandwiches, and we had some snacks, and we had things to drink. So when you put it all together, it was fun, fun, fun.
No such luck with this year on the hunt with Papa, but it's always special hunting with family.
We're getting back into the woods when the Outdoors Delmarva Memorial Day Turkey Special returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Lauren and I had some really high hopes of bagging our first birds this year, or at least seeing enough birds that we could put them on film.
And it wasn't for lack of trying. I saw 4 a.m. way too many times this season.
Yeah, but we went out with some great people and we had a lot of fun, and so we kind of put together a little compilation so that you can check out all the fun that we had.
We started out in Frederica. The Bainey boys from Range Time invited us out on a hunt, hoping we could double bag some birds.
A Jake came in pretty early on and actually bedded down right next to a decoy. After a rest that seemed like forever, he got up and walked off. And then we went walking. Lots of walking. We had 12,000 steps in by noon that day.
Ron Haas from Delaware Wildlands took me out on a hunt through Cypress Swamp, and the birds were up early and talking.
Sounds like there's some down here. I thought I heard one way off here, so
Yeah.
the good thing here is you got good visibility, but the thing of it is, if we have 2 or 3 of them come in, you know, I usually, like I said, I like to set up with some big trees in front of me. You can get a little bit of movement here. See what happens. They got hinge with it now, so maybe we can pull one off. I heard them hinge up one or two.
Yeah.
We were able to get one to commit, but when I attempted to raise my gun, the turkey saw me and got out of Dodge.
Next stop was in Georgetown with Chase Wilson, who explained how the turkeys haven't been gobbling as much this year.
That's happened. So in the past 3 years, I've had them that usually they're this way. Like those 3 just stay together. And they stay at like 75 yards. And you just, I don't know, they just don't gobble. They don't like.
I also went out with Captain Dave Fletcher of Nanticoke Outfitters, and we battled a couple of stubborn birds for hours. We just couldn't get them to come hang out with us and the decoys. But Nanticoke Outfitters and their clients had a tremendous turkey season.
Man, you are not going home without a bird today.
We decided to head back to Georgetown for a family hunt. Turkey sandwiches in hand, of course. But it didn't bring in the turkeys this time. Core memories were made, though.
Lauren headed back out with Jeff and Chad Bainey near the end of the season, and they saw some turkeys off in the distance.
But the closest we ever got to turkey was that turkey Slim Jim tucked in Chad's hat.
It's a top, but he doesn't look that. Is he big?
It was getting close to the end of the season, so my husband Jordan and I got up one morning and went behind our house in Seaford. And we actually saw a young Jake who was way more focused on a hen than on us. And finally, it was the last day of the Delaware season, so we wanted to give it one more shot. And we saw 0 turkey, but my son is getting pretty good on that slate call. He's prepping for next year, I guess.
We may not have harvested any turkey of our own, but the laughs that were had and the memories that were made were worth the early alarm.
And we may not have had the best luck, but the kids showed us up, and we'll show you that coming up later on in the show. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
The turkey population that we enjoy in Delaware is only here because of the hard work of dedicated people.
And we see those efforts in this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws. Thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Reintroducing wild turkeys into the wilds of the state of Delaware began in earnest this week with the arrival of 2 separate shipments of 21 wild birds that were trapped in Vermont and New Jersey. The Milford Neck area of Kent County was the site of the second release on Tuesday. We were there in the company of Delaware Natural Resources officials who wasted little time introducing the birds to their new home. Today's release was a momentous occasion for wildlife officials who have worked quietly behind the scenes for several months to get the wild turkey repopulation program to this point.
Well, we've really been working actively since last September when we met with other states at the Northeast Wild Turkey Study Group, and together came up with a cooperative program to try to get some turkeys in Delaware. Delaware was sort of a black spot in turkey management because every other state in our region had wild turkeys except for Delaware. So they were all very cooperative in helping us get started.
Today, wild turkeys are thriving better in their natural habitat than at any other time in this century. Some 2 million of these birds inhabit forests in every state except Alaska, and spring gobbler hunts are conducted in 43 of these states. Will Delaware join the list?
It would not be at all impossible within, say, 5 or 6 years of having a spring gobbler season in which very few birds would actually be taken, and hunter success may only be 2 or 3%. But yet it would be a lot of recreation for people, a lot of enjoyment just to being out in the woods and talking to the turkeys with their turkey calls. And it's a very exciting business, although there's very few turkeys killed.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is sponsored by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that turkeys have the ability to recall more than 30 fellow turkeys and can actually distinguish between the voices of others?
Did you know that turkeys have a 270-degree field of vision and can see light on the ultraviolet spectrum?
And did you know that male turkeys provide no parental care of newly hatched poults, leaving the task of caring and feeding of the newborns to the mother?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
As much as we may not like to admit it, there is a little luck involved with hunting.
And when I went out to Rock Hall for the Eastern Neck National Wildlife Refuge youth turkey hunts, well, the luck was as plentiful as the birds. Tucker, we had ourselves one heck of a day out here at the Eastern Neck National Wildlife Refuge for the first day of youth turkey hunting. How do you feel?
It was pretty cool. This is the best turkey hunt I've ever had. I've never seen this many birds, let alone that many times. It was just amazing.
I had a good feeling about today. And when we first saw that one all the way in the back, it's like, maybe they'll make their way through. And then we said that line that came through. And thankfully, that line made its way right here in front of the blinds. Tell us what you were thinking when that happened.
I was kind of just thinking like, all right, which one is it going to be? Which one is going to give me the best shot? It's kind of hard when you have that many birds because then you actually have to be picky and choosy, especially on a hunt like this.
And this isn't your first hunt. You've been turkey hunting for how long?
About 6 years.
About 6 years. And so you were telling me that, maybe one that you've seen, but you don't usually see that many. And so to have that, basically a turkey buffet out here, that you had to be selective, but you got a good shot, and it really just made the entire party out here we were so excited. And part of our excitement is watching youth get out here and do the things that we love to do and get just as excited about it, because as we were watching the video of you taking the shot and you had the gun up and you're looking for the safety, and then you popped up and you made the great shot, you knocked the bird down. How much credit do you give your dad? Because he was right next to me and he was hyping you up the whole time. He's like, come on Tucker. How much credit do you give your dad for a hunt like today?
I give him a lot because he's kind of the reason why I'm the way that I am, he's what got me into turkey hunting. So it's kind of we have a little bit of a competition going on.
And a big part of it also is the National Wild Turkey Federation and Eastern Neck National Wildlife Refuge that has allowed us to come out here and continues to do this youth turkey hunt. Are you a member of the National Wild Turkey Federation?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
And your dad's a big member of it too.
Yeah, he's the president of the Wild Long Spurs chapter.
Oh, very cool. So turkey hunting is in the family. It's right here. It's ingrained in you. What would you say to someone younger than you that might be looking at this for the very first time, has never even thought about doing a turkey hunt, and it's like, you know what, that could be kind of fun?
It's really, really fun, especially when you hear the first gobble. It's just like, it's intoxicating. Your first one, it's just gonna be like buck fever. You're shaking like a leaf, but you just gotta stay calm and just do what needs to be done.
Well, you definitely stayed calm. You did what needed to be done today, and because, like I said, we were watching that shot, and it was so good. You were on it, and we couldn't be more proud of the way that you handled yourself out here today, and you took care of business. Any big plans for the bird?
I'll probably get a fan mount, but and then obviously breast it out because my uncle wants some, so.
Okay.
He's kind of looking forward to that.
All right, congratulations, Tucker.
Thank you.
Well done today.
Shoo, I am glad we got some turkeys being harvested on camera because I was really getting nervous about this turkey special as the season went on.
Yeah, me too. So congratulations to the kids for pulling it through. We're going to check out some more successful turkey hunts when Outdoors Delmarva returns.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva with Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch. Presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at all of those great turkey hunting photos.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
And that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And thanks so much for sending in those wonderful viewer photos. If you have a photo that you'd like to submit, you can go to outdoorsdelmarva.com and click the banner at the top of the page or scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen.
We hope that you spend this Memorial Day weekend with friends and family remembering why we have this holiday. And we hope to see you right back here again next week. But until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
You've been watching Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, which is proudly presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, everything but the water. By Bell Creek Equipment. For farm, home, or fun, Bell Creek is #1. By Range Time, time well spent. And by Hunter Emery State Farm, your good neighbor in the outdoors.